So if I was asked to pick a top moment from the NBA this week, it would absolutely be what happened in the fourth quarter of the Los Angeles Lakers home game against the New York Knicks. It's when, of course, LeBron James went up to Stephen A. Smith and basically had a freak out, if you will, on Stephen A. Smith. The big question on the NBA rundown today is, did Stephen A. Smith deserve the wrath of LeBron James? I've got a great video for you from the Daily Caller, back with some thoughts.
LeBron James was caught on video screaming at Stephen A. Smith. What could this be about? Stephen A. is probably one of the most centrist Democrats you will ever find. He's friends with Sean Hannity and has gone against leftist talking points time and time again.
I'm no supporter of Trump. I'm a supporter of truth and the facts. And here's the facts. The man won every swing state. I don't understand how people can look at that and say, there's no mandate. There's a mandate.
There's even chatter of Stephen A. running for president. So is LeBron jealous?
If someone tried to recruit a LeBron to run for president, would you run?
It turns out what he seemed to say is,
I'ma say it one time, bro. Keep my son out of this shit, bro. I'ma say it one time, bro. Keep my son out of this shit, bro.
Excuse me, LeBron? In case you don't know, LeBron's son isn't some little kid running around at the park eating ice cream.
So the Daily Caller did a great job in actually pointing out a wide variety of things there. Now, I think one of my favorite thoughts on this whole topic is Bronny James is not an infant. Bronny James is not in middle school. In fact, Bronny James is an adult playing in an adult men's basketball league that just happens to be called the National Basketball Association. More from the Daily Caller video for you next.
Lakers. That's right. Bronny James was drafted by the Lakers and is a professional NBA player. Bronny wasn't drafted because he lit up the college basketball world. He was drafted because LeBron James is his daddy, and that's what daddy wanted.
We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad.
In fact, Bronny James is not that good, and Stephen A. had the audacity as a sports commentator to voice his opinion on this matter.
I am not a person that had a problem with Bronny James being on the court for the season opener with LeBron James. That was a phenomenal moment. To see a father on the court with his son who has NBA aspirations playing together for the first time in NBA history. That should have been the only moment we saw Bronny James in a Lakers uniform this season. Because he's not ready. Ladies and gentlemen, he's averaging 0.3 points, 0.3 assists, and 0.4 rebounds. He shot 1 for 16 from the field in his NBA career. I think the kid's got potential. I think the kid will be in the NBA one day. I watched him in the G League doing this thing. I think he's going to be fine. Eventually, I'm not being cruel to Bronny. I'm looking out.
I am pleading with LeBron James as a father. Stop this. Stop this.
So whether or not you loved the wrath of LeBron James on Stephen A. Smith or not, you know, one thing can be said, which I think is certain, and that is LeBron James is a good father. He is basically doing what any good father would do for their kid who wanted to actually do something. He, of course, is opening up some doors. Now, the NBA is actually littered with players whose fathers have played in the NBA before. Now, most of those players of those fathers actually truly deserve to be in the NBA just based on skills. That being said, I saw Scottie Pippen Jr. play, or I should say not play, in person numerous times during his first couple years in the league. And I can tell you that in the NBA, sometimes it takes players a while to develop. It also takes players a while sometimes to find the right situation where those players are actually going to have the opportunity to actually score some points. Just look at the current Philadelphia 76er roster. If you take out all of these stars who are all injured at this point or done for the season, you have a wide variety of players that you might not have heard of before that are probably going to score between 20 and 25 points tonight in Philadelphia's next game. Look, the reality, at least in my opinion, is with enough seasoning and enough time behind him, Bronny James could actually turn into a nice role player in the NBA. That being said, do I think LeBron James was in the right to actually go up to Stephen A. Smith and, if you will, give him the wrath of King James? I think in this particular case, it probably seems to be a bit of a stretch. If you are going to open up doors for your kids and your kids initially do not perform at the level that people would expect them to perform at, regardless of the job that they're in, you should not be going up to people criticizing them when it's actually their job to actually criticize.
Bronny took a fast pass to the NBA that would never be afforded to any other college athlete, and LeBron James has the nerve to stand there and cry about it? But hey, maybe he's just really stressed about one of his BFFs not able to host fun parties anymore.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. Hey, when this is done, we gonna drink a couple of bottles of the most premium wine.
Please.
Yes, sir.
Bron! We know you was at them Diddy parties. We know you was there. We know you was at them Diddy parties.
The Daily Caller absolutely nailed that video, I'm just saying. All right, love to know your thoughts and opinions on this topic. As far as I'm concerned, LeBron James was sort of out of character and was definitely in the wrong. I can't believe I'm doing this in supporting Stephen A. Smith. We know that there's a lot of people out there that don't like Stephen A. Smith. I've always sort of been in the middle where I enjoy him sometimes and don't enjoy him other times. I certainly don't think in this case Stephen A. Smith deserved the beatdown that he got publicly by one LeBron James. Go ahead and drop your notes in or thoughts on the topic for the NBA Rundown. I'm Dave DeBaugh with what I believe is the best moment of the week in the association.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.